Hello, hello, everybody! Sorry that took so long. I was doing a couple of things real quick and kind of lost track of time. We are back from vacation! I'm gonna turn this down in my ears because it's loud enough for you guys, but it's really loud in my ears. There we go. Let me go ahead and catch up real quick on chat, and then we are going to hang out. Because you guys, this is amazing. I had the most amazing vacation. Let's see, trying to figure out lighting. I got a new ring light to hopefully figure out how to better light myself. I want to... Oh, no, did it not? Oh, I didn't update the stream info. That explains it. I didn't click done. That explains it. Alright, we've got Starlina in first, Mama Bell in second. Congratulations to the both of you. Hello, Agent Ice. Hello, Dusty. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Oh no, ads. You know, Starlina, we have had that happen. Not necessarily for trolling purposes, but more because they didn't realize that the first redemption had gone through. And so, realizing that, I'm like, oh boy, I wonder if I might need to look into something there. Oh, Agent Ice, I have done that. I have totally done that. Alright, we're gonna set the light. Let's see. Because it's weird, because it's lighting half my face. So I'm wondering if I might need another one for... I might need to get a second one, but that's gonna be so much. Because I'm looking at my lighting, I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys. I have done that so many times, Agent Ice, where I've gotten to somebody's stream first, and then redeemed second, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Because I'm so used to that. I'm so used to getting second in so many people's streams that I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Bayo, thank you so much for the resub. 12 months, my dude. My dude. You redeemed a second. Aw, thank you, Mama Bell. I hope you guys are all doing well. Dusty, you're doing all right. Agent Ice is doing fantastic. Bayo is excited for the next 2 days. Oh man, how was work today for those of you working? Because I know a lot of us may have had yesterday off. And so I'm curious how many people had the day off yesterday and today was like that ease back in to reality. Let's see here. Ooh, watching America's Got Talent. Oh, can I put it behind the monitor pointing down on me? Maybe. What I can potentially do, if this cord will let me. Oh. We're gonna lose light here for a second. Because it gets taller. So I could potentially put this thing up at full. Plug it back in. Oh, I dropped it. It's not a stream without tech issues, right guys? That's what that was. Okay. We'll plug it back in. We'll do that. I'm gonna move out of frame for a minute. I'm gonna hear a couple things getting moved around because I've got some stuff I need to get rid of eventually. And then loosen that. Okay, that's as tall as it's gonna get. Loosen. We'll see. It's not going to be pointing down necessarily, but we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. Oh, that is already looking so much better. Oh my gosh. Just having it there behind my monitor. Thank you, Bayo, for that suggestion. I do remember that is you. That is you, Lady Belle. You don't get days off. Hashtag mom life. Ah. Busy day at work today, but could have been worse. There we go. That's the attitude, man. That is the attitude. The attitude of having that day that is super long. Hi, Elijah. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Yeah, busy day. That's what it was. Busy days can be some of the best when you have the right mindset. That is key. Mindset is absolutely key to a job. Mindset is key to everything in life. Because you've got to have that mindset of, yes, it's busy, but what was the good that happened today? I was productive. You know what I mean? Like, it was a productive day. It was a day that... It was a day where we were able to get a lot done. I may not have gotten everything off of my to-do list, but I got the majority of it. You know what I mean? And it's great having those days. You know what I mean? You were off Monday and today was a madhouse at work. Again, boiling down to, oh my gosh, we are ready to have the day that the Lord has made. We're going to make the most of it. We got a lot done on our to-do list. And it's fantastic when that happens. I don't know if I saw the YouTube short that you sent me. I don't see anything. I don't see anything from you, Starlina. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from you, Starlina. Definitely resend it. Oh, was it the stay-at-home one from back on the 6th? That was fantastic. The subliminal advertising in Indiana Jones. I got to watch that and I laughed so hard. You did the dishes and showered today. Yay, adulting. Woohoo! I love it. I love it. Oh man, we're gonna scoot that. Yeah, that's, well, no, I like it there. That's better. So, all my glasses wearing brethren, all my glasses wearing streamer brethren, how do you adjust your lighting to where the glare from your glasses is minimal? What is the best lighting situation for that? Because I feel like, see, right now I've got that glare, like, right there on my glasses. And so I'm like, I want to figure out a way to get rid of that glare, if at all possible. I'm also looking at getting curtains to go on that window so that the sun doesn't shine through and make even more of a glare than there already is. And so it's one of those things, you know what I mean? Just constantly learning and growing. Yeah, no worries, Dusty, no worries at all. Today was amazing. It was a great first day back to work. You have the light above your monitor angled down. It's higher up, so if you can extend it, that will help. Okay. Let's see what happens if I remove that light. Does that... Yeah, because I think what it is it could be the light from there, but I get the feeling that it's the light from my monitors, and so I'm hoping to be able to adjust that as well to where that won't be as big of an issue. What I might also be able to do is I'll play around off stream with that and see what I can make happen. Agent Ice, when you used sunglasses, or when you streamed, you wore sunglasses. There we go. Or when you used a camera, you wore sunglasses. Yeah, that makes sense. And then at that point, it doesn't even really matter, you know? It's one of those things. So vacation. Let's catch up on vacation, you guys. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very relaxing, but also pretty go at the same time. We started off in Paris and hit a bunch of the tourist sites in Paris, like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, the Champs-Élysées, and a bunch of other places over a couple of days, and then we spent 2 days at Disneyland Paris, and that was so much fun, you guys. The Ratatouille ride, S tier. And then after that, we flew to Edinburgh, Scotland. And in Scotland, we did so much. We started off in Edinburgh, saw some of the sights there, like the Edinburgh Castle. And then we drove, after a couple days, we drove to Oban and up into the Scottish Highlands and got to see a bunch of the lochs or lakes, but loch is the Gaelic word for it. And we also got to go up to Inverness, which was really fun. And then we went to Glasgow, and that was one of my favorites. That was honestly one of my favorites. And there was so much to see there. There was a lot of history there, and just the people of Scotland, you guys, are so kind and welcoming. And they are the kind of people that come across as those who have never met a stranger. And I love that. I absolutely love and admire that about them. And it was just fantastic. And then we drove from there to Newton Stewart, because that was about maybe a 20-minute drive away from Sorby Tower, which is where my ancestors lived. And they had a big gathering of the clan that I am descended from. And that was definitely a highlight. We got to go inside the tower. I got to meet the clan chief. It was so much fun. And that was our vacation. We then headed back to the States from there. And it was a beautiful time with the family and just getting to see everybody and just hang out, and can't wait to go back next year. Hey Sam, how you doing? You go ahead, let us know what's up. And Agent Ice, I kind of did. Let me show you. a picture. Let's see, where is it? Okay, those are the locks there. So I'm getting close. Oh, and I tried haggis, you guys. And it's actually not that bad. It kind of tasted like beef, but like a little, it was, the closest thing I can compare it to is beef in taste. And it was actually not as bad as I thought that it would be. When you put out of your mind what it actually is. Oh, it might be in the shared album. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing it. Let's see, let's go here. Scrolling a bit down. No? Nope. Alright, so it is up here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. Come on, we can find it. There it is. I found it. Okay, we'll go with this one. That is a statue of Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. And me standing next to it. So while we didn't see the actual Loch Ness Monster, we saw that one. You had your final scan today, and the tumor has spread to half your lungs and your uterus and small part of your stomach and pancreas. Oh my gosh. 30% of your lungs and your uterus and just the infected portion of your stomach and pancreas had to be removed. And due to the complexity of this, they asked if you wanted to go with the surgery, as you have a 50-50 chance. Wow. Wow, that is a lot. And that is okay that it's a lot. We are going to stop and pray for you right now. Lord, I ask right now that you be with Sam. You are above any medical diagnosis, Lord. You are a God of miracles. You are the God who heals, Lord. And right now we ask that you be with Sam and just heal her, Lord. Provide a medical miracle for her, Lord. Give her and the doctors wisdom in how to proceed from here, Lord, with just the way that this tumor is spreading, Lord, that right now it sounds like there's just a lot going on, and there's just a lot of decisions to be made, Lord, and I just ask that you give everybody involved wisdom. And let this be used by you for you, Lord. Let Sam be a light for you in this, Lord. Show her that you are working in this, Lord. I ask that you just help her to see that light and see you and feel you in your loving presence, Lord. In your name I pray. Amen. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank thank you, Sam, for trusting us with that, because that's a lot for one person to deal with. That is a lot to have on your plate at the moment, at any given time. And you're scared, and that's understandable. That's understandable that you're just absolutely terrified right now. Because there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot that's hanging in the balance right now. There's a lot that is kind of in the air right now, and you're trying to juggle all of that and figure out how best to work this for you and get the life that you want, and feeling like it's all out of control. And that's understandable in this period that you're in, where it's one of those things where you feel like you're losing control, so you're grasping at anything that you feel you might be able to control. And that's normal, that's human. So don't be afraid to let yourself feel those feelings. Don't be afraid to let yourself see that, to let yourself feel those emotions, feel the weight of it, and then give that weight to God. And that's something I have to remind myself of sometimes, is when the world feels the heaviest, God is still able to take it. Even in Psalms, we see so many times where David is like, God, how long are you going to let my enemy win? How long are you going to let them think they're winning? Why do all of my enemies seem to prevail against me? And he's yelling at God. But by the end of that psalm, he has come to realize, God, I trust you. You are in control. You are the one that's going to get me through this. You are going to be my justice. You are going to get justice for me. And I just have to wait and see and let you work and do your thing. And sometimes that's all we can do, you know? And sometimes that's the best that we can hope for. And God knows when we're going through those hard times. So if anybody else has any prayer requests, please feel free to share them. Please let me know how I can pray for you, how I can be there for you, and how best I can help you. I'll be praying again over any and all prayer requests, and then we'll dive into some American Truck Simulator and see what we can make happen. I did play a little bit off stream just to kind of get myself back in the groove, and so you can fully expect I'm still relearning my, timing and everything. So there will probably be some crashes, some interesting turns, but we'll see what happens. We'll get at least one job done tonight. So feel free to post any prayer requests in chat and let me know how I can pray for you. And then we will go from there. Dear Lord, thank you so much for who you are. That you are our healer, our refuge, our strength. That you are ever present, all-knowing. There is nothing hidden from you, Lord, and there is nobody too far gone that you can't reach them. I pray over this community, Lord. I ask that you be with each and every person here. I ask that you be with Sam, with Dusty, with Bayo, with Agent Ice, with Mama Belle, with Starlina, with anybody who's lurking. I just ask that you let them feel your presence, Lord. I pray for Kishu and just everything that's going on in her life, Lord, as far as just raising two boys that are just so full of energy. And I pray over Shopkeep and Nugget and Corn Chip, Lord. I ask that you just bless them, be with them, and let them feel your love and your presence, Lord. Be with Spark and her family, just everything that they have going on in their lives. Be with lady foes and Adaphos and baby foes, and just guide and direct them and bring them ever closer to you, Lord. Just draw them nearer and make them the parents that you want them to be, Lord. I ask that you be with Solon and Earthsuit. Thank you that her classes went well this semester. She was able to finish strong. I pray for her dad, Lord, that you just touch and heal him, Lord, and help Sol be able to be there for him as best she can, Lord. I ask that you just be her strength, Lord. Help her to see herself the way you do. Help her to just be with you day in and day out, and to not let fear win, to not let mental health issues win, Lord, but let you win. Be with my friend R, who is also struggling with some mental health stuff and grief, Lord, and the loss of a family member. Just be with her. Be with Vocal Duck. Be with Dusty. Be with Bayo at work this week. Help him be a light for you, Lord. Be with his family and just help them be a light for you. I ask that you be with Legend of Zyro and his family. Be with DLC and guide and direct us, Lord. Be with his little kitty and Lordo. Be with Save the Lost. Be with anybody and everybody who needs you, Lord. Anybody who is struggling, Lord. Physically, whether illness or injury. Anybody who's struggling mentally, Lord. I ask that you be with Mama Belle and her family and just give her and Mike the strength to be the best parents to their beautiful children that they can be. Give them the strength and the wisdom to raise them to know you, Lord. Help us as we go about our days. Be with Sam and her health issues, Lord, and just let there be a miracle there if it be your will, Lord. And I ask that you give us a great time of fellowship tonight, and let us just have fun catching up and just hanging out tonight, Lord. And in your name I pray. Amen. You feel like you're just gonna have only 3 days and you're gonna lose everything and everyone at the same time. And you don't want to. For whatever reason, you feel like it might not happen and you'll be able to get through. And that is your hope. That is your hope, Sam. That is God telling you, give this to me. Watch me work. And Sam, you are not the worst. You are very trusting with us. We have managed to get into a point in our friendship where you feel comfortable opening up to us. And that's okay. There are times where even I feel like too much. I was actually kind of feeling that way a little bit even today, if I'm being completely honest, where I just feel like sometimes that extroverted energy that I have, that need for communication, is just a little too much. And I have to remind myself, you know what? The right people are going to love me for me. They're going to love the way that God made me. And if they don't, that's their choice. If I've done something that maybe hurt them and didn't realize it, that's on them to tell me, hey, this hurt me. But by the same token, you know, they need to say it. Communication is a two-way street. Dreamer! Hello, how are you? We are just getting ready to dive into some American Truck Simulator. How have you been? How have you been, my friend? Ooh. Yeah, we'll do American Truck Simulator today, I think. And then maybe Saturday we'll try something new. So let me get the game up and going. We will switch the category. How's it looking on your guys' end? Are we seeing American Truck Simulator? Alright. Let me go into studio mode so that I can make sure. Okay, but as far as the category, are we seeing American Truck Simulator as the category? Perfect. Alright, let's turn off studio mode. We will bring the game up on my end. How is the volume? I haven't messed with many of the settings. Right? He's a big boy! I echo everything that Mama Bell just said. You are not. You were the worst. You were searching, you found your people, and most importantly, you found your way back to God. You fought your way through some deep valleys, and the Lord will reward you for staying strong and faithful. And we are so proud of you. That is absolutely spot on, right there. Right there. Let's go ahead, we're in Amarillo. I'm thinking we should be able to get up to Steamboat. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Drive safe.
Yeah, I actually have family in Amarillo. What were your thoughts on Amarillo? I gotta try and gauge how much room I have. I don't have much room at all. We're gonna try and back up some because personally, I like being able to... Whoa. Okay. We're fine. I like being able to turn around and face forward. Give me just a second. been there about 6 or 7 times. Nice. Yeah, I'd say I agree. It's a pretty okay city. Maybe we'll be able to do it. This will... Oh, other way. Come on. Turn, turn, turn. There we go. A lot of times you just feel like you're being a burden to those around you, and you know you are to your family. Your sister was the only support you have IRL. When you got on Twitch, you were able to talk to so many awesome people who helped you through so much. You guys, Sam, we are so honored to have played even a small part in your story. Oh, other way. There we go. Come on. Yep. There we go. Come on. Give you just a minute. Yeah, there we go. Yep, we're gonna knock that over. It's okay. We're fine. See? We're fine, you guys. We're fine. It's all fine. Ooh, you saw your first moose there? In Steamboat? That's super cool.
Turn right.
You had a minor health scare. You sprained your ankle while swimming the Thursday before last and didn't think anything was wrong until you saw your foot last Monday. How is it feeling now? Is it feeling okay now? Whoa, come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, looking good, looking good. We are heading to Amarula. It's doing okay. It's mostly staying the size it's supposed to. You just have to not put too much weight on it and keep it elevated. Yeah, that makes sense. As soon as I get to a spot that's a little bit more of a straightaway, Sam, I will definitely respond to that. That is the downside to basically relearning this game, is all my little tips and tricks that I had learned before vacation. I'm now out of practice and have to get my timing back. we go. We gotta probably keep left.
Keep left.
Yep. How did I know? I'm so glad I figured out how to get the GPS voice on here. That has helped so much.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Whoa. Didn't quite make that curve.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Alright. Since we are...
Turn right.
Oh, I bumped him. Just a tap, though. There we go. You've never said it before. I gave you the courage to get out of your self-harm issues. Aww, and Bayo and Mama Belle helped you with that as well, and Assassinator Steph. Oh man, so many amazing people in our beautiful Christian community here. And you know, it's okay to say thank you, and it's okay to take up some space. You know what I mean? It's you have life issues that you're dealing with, and that's part of who you are and what makes you you. And that's okay. How else do we know to help you if we don't know what you're going through?
Turn right.
Whoa. Okay. Back up a bit. Oh, okay. There we go. Hold on. Nice tight turn.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay. Driving at night
Turn
in this
right.
truck. Right? It really is a very trolly GPS.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Alright, cargo. We'll take this job. And I also am glad that you're still here. Very much so. There.
Time to hit the road.
I'm not gonna trust myself backing up. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, let's find a new route.
A lot of times you were scared of just being an annoyance and making things heavy for people and hated for that, but realized you were just being an idol. I think a lot of times we feel like everybody else is going through so much that we don't feel like we have the right to be, like to take up that space. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're an idiot. That is a very, very human response to have. Because we realize it's a way of showing that we realize that the world is complex. And
Go
that
straight on.
we don't, that people are going to be going through things. Because I've dealt with those same thoughts, Sam. I have dealt with those thoughts of, oh, what I'm going through,
Keep left.
it's nothing
and then
compared
turn
to
left.
what so many go through. And it feels so small. But at the same time, it's big to me. It feels big to me in that moment. And that's what matters. And keeping everything to ourselves
Turn
is...
left.
It's a defense mechanism. It's a mechanism that it's a defense mechanism that comes from not feeling safe to share. It comes from a place of either I was made to feel small, and like everything else is so much bigger, or like you would be punished. And by you, I mean a general you. It comes from a place of either feeling like your problems weren't as big as you made them out to be in your head, or fearing being punished for
Exit
taking up
left.
space. And that's never going to be the case here. You are more than welcome to take up space. You are more than welcome.
Keep right, and then turn right.
Because we enjoy hearing your updates
Turn
on,
right.
on how we can pray for you.
Keep right.
Because it's one thing if you're kind of in a place where you're saying the same stuff over and over. Like, let's say you have something that you're really, really struggling with, but you're not taking steps to get rid of that struggle. Like, for example, let's say, oh, you're between jobs and you're feeling like all the time you're talking about, you're looking for a job, but nothing is coming, but you're only looking in one place and everybody's giving you advice and you're not taking that advice. That's one thing. That can get really, really old really, really fast and can almost come across as, well, I don't know what it would be considered. But in your case, you have so much medical stuff going on that it makes sense that a lot of it would take time to have a change. But I've seen people that they post
Go straight on.
pretty much the same prayer request all the time. And it's something where they could easily change it if they made just a few minor adjustments to their mindset.
Go straight on.
Or if they tried something different in addition to what they were already doing. But they refuse, and then that becomes why they're stuck. Because sometimes God calls us to action.
Right.
And sometimes we need to take those action steps that we're being given. So let's take looking for a job, for example. looking for a full-time job is a full-time job in and of itself. There are lots of steps to finding that job. You've got to make sure that your resume is up to date. You've got to make sure that you're looking on as many different sites as you possibly can and not just limiting yourself to one. Because I know people who have limited themselves to maybe one or two sites looking for a job, and that's not good. But when people were giving this person advice, this person was always coming up with reasons as to why they couldn't follow that advice. And it was like talking to a brick wall. And that's not what we're called to be. And, you know, there are certain action steps that they had to take, and they were refusing to take it. Once they take those action steps, then maybe something can happen. You got told multiple times that your mental health is just you making it up and it's demonic control, and you're not willing to accept that, and that's one reason why you're sick all the time.
Turn left.
Oh no, turn left. Well, I guess when the light turns green and it gets clear, I'm turning left from the far right lane. We'll have to see. Because it's not gonna let me turn right. And we're here for you, Sam, because we know that with all the stuff that you're going through, mental health is gonna be an issue. Mental health is going to be a thing. Because medical things will always take a toll on you mentally. Especially when it feels like it's never ending. And especially when it feels like there's not a whole lot you can do about it. And right now you're kind of in a season of waiting and also trying to make the right decision for yourself. And that's a lot. Vocal Duck! How's it going, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I hope that you have had a fantastic couple of weeks. Thank you! It was a super duper fun vacation. I really enjoyed it and cannot wait to go to Scotland again one day. I would actually really like to try and make it to the clan gathering again next year if I'm able to. Like, that would be the dream. That would be the dream. There we go. The Bible tells us to do unto others as we would have them do to you. As we would have them do to us. Meaning, if we wanted to be a friend, or wanted others to be a friend to us when we're down and give us their shoulder to cry on, we have to do the same. And because of the love of Christ in us, it's not that we have to do it, but that we want to do it. And I think that's why sometimes, Sam, it comes across as us not accepting the thanks. We are accepting the thanks. For sure. It's just that we want you to realize that you are not a burden, that we're just treating you the way that we would want to be treated. We've got an ad break coming up. Let me quickly pull that here. You just want to be normal for once, but you are always having something that you can't help yourself. You just want to cry about everything to someone, and that's okay. Because it's better to let that all out than it is to bottle it up. And that's what we're here for. We are here to encourage. We are here to love. We are here to not judge. We are the epitome of the we listen and we don't judge trend that's going on TikTok, you know? And we genuinely want to be there for you, and we genuinely want to love you. And treat you the way we would want you to treat us. And it's normal to be sad when things seem to be against us. And when we're in a stormy season. That is totally normal and valid. Once the ad break hits, you guys, we are going to be right back. We'll go into BRB and see where we go from there. Because we have about an hour. Alright, we're gonna pause. I am gonna go into BRB, and we will see you in a minute. Alright, thank you for hanging out in that ad break. Feel so embarrassed and just want to cry all the time. And that's, that's normal. It's normal to not want to be in the season that you're in. And it's not necessarily that you've done anything wrong. It's we live in a fallen world. We live in a world where sickness and bad thoughts and sinful nature are a thing. I think of the story in the Bible. Let me pull it up real quick. Because I want to say it is in John. I want to say it's early in John. Let's see. There we go. John chapter 9. John 9, verse 1. As he passed by, he saw a man blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, It was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him. We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming, when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So what stuck out to me is the immediacy of the disciples in verse 2 to say, okay, who sinned? Did this guy sin? Did the blind man sin? Or did his parents sin? Because somebody must have sinned for him to be born blind. But Jesus turns that in verse 3, turns that on its head and says, it was not that this blind man sinned or his parents. So nobody sinned. It was nobody's sin that caused him to be blind, is essentially what Jesus is saying. But he was blind so that the work of God can be displayed in him. You know, you're right, Agent Ice. It does actually echo Job a lot of ways. That is a very good point. But why on earth would you want to be normal? I want to be the biggest, goofiest, dorkiest crazy head anyone has ever met. Am I the only one who heard crazy head in a Pleakley voice from the, I think it's 2002 Lilo and Stitch? You just wish you're a different person and not the one you are now. I think in certain situations that is a normal thought process. And I think what a lot of people mean when they say that is that they wish they weren't in the situation that they were in. But you are going to learn so much from this. Just like Jesus said in verse 3. Let's see if it'll say all of it. There we go. Just like he said, it was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him. So I encourage you, Sam, look and see, what is God doing in this? How is he going to use your story, your situation, for his glory? And it can be hard to see that sometimes. I've been there where it's hard to see it. But eventually you will. I can promise you that. Alright, let's dive back in. We have ourselves a trip to Steamboat Springs to make. Oh, there I am. Okay. Sorry, I lost track of where I was. Somehow I thought I was in the right lane instead of the left. Spawn of Kratos! Hello!
Go straight on.
How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Go straight on.
And that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense, Sam. And it comes, because that comes from a place of, I need to blame somebody for this. And you're going through that list in your head, and your head says, well, it's not anybody else's fault. It couldn't possibly be anybody else's fault. So I guess
Go straight
even
on.
though I know logically it's not my fault, I have to blame myself because there's nobody else to blame. You know what I mean? Because our brains are wired to look for a reason for things. We're wired to want to know the why. And when we don't know the why, when we don't know, and when we don't know who to blame, we need somebody to blame to reconcile it in our mind. Ooh, the new Fall Guys pass came out today, and there's a skin you already love. Nice! Which skin is it? Or is more commonly known from VeggieTales, God made you special, and he loves you very much. And so do we. Exactly, Mama Bell. I am doing well, Spawn of Kratos. I have been on vacation the last couple of weeks, and it was very, very
Go
good.
straight on.
I really enjoyed vacation, and I hope one day to go back to my vacation destination. I think that that would be absolutely amazing. It's a girl being with a VR headset, but you
Go
can
straight
show
on.
me a picture in Dave's Discord better than you can type it. Nice! Definitely let me know. Definitely tag me in it so that I can see it after stream. Come on. Car in the left lane that's not going the speed limit. You're making it worse. But we are going to go to beautiful Steamboat Springs. We're going to visit beautiful Colorado. Now, I think I've been to Steamboat Springs once, but I mostly remember Fort Collins. Yeah, I will definitely come and visit you, Mama Bell. Mark Lowry, that sounds so familiar. So familiar. Isn't Colorado so beautiful, Spawn of Kratos? Right now, we are in New Mexico, but eventually we're gonna be heading north into Colorado. You miss it so much. You went to Crested Butte many years ago and loved it. Nice! I don't know that I've ever been to Crested Butte. He's an older Christian comedian that used to run with Bill Gaither and the family. Nice! Oh, are we supposed to have this lane end? It's like your mind keeps telling you you don't deserve this, so why try to blame anybody, or that you deserve this, so why try to blame anyone else but you and make a scene about it? Oh. Yeah, sometimes our brains can be our biggest bully. When my brain gets like that, I call it bully brain. Exactly, that devil is a liar. You love it, but it's changed so much from what Queen has told you? Yeah. Isn't it amazing how quickly places change. Oh wow, look at that. That truck just like flipped over and there's sand everywhere. Well, we started in Amarillo, and now we are on our way up towards Colorado. We are hopeful that we'll be able to make it before too late at night. West Coast, best coast. Driver, hey boss, so, two issues of bad news. One, the sand's gone, and, two, I may have endangered the partnership with Home Depot. Ooh, here's a good question. If you could live in any state other than the one you currently live in, what would be either your number one, or if you cannot
Go
pick
straight
just
on.
one, your top three to
Keep
live
right,
in, and
and
why?
then turn right.
I think for me,
Turn
my
right.
number one, or at least my top three, I would probably pick Pennsylvania. I would pick Colorado. And I'm trying to think of mostly out of all the ones I've visited. Because for me, it's easier to pick from the ones I've visited. Yeah, I think that would probably be mostly because, let's see, what else? Where else have I visited? Illinois is a pretty state. And I've heard that Missouri is a pretty state. But I have yet to make it into Missouri. Although I do have a dear friend there. In fact, multiple dear friends. Choice one would be back home to... Oh, let me pull into this way station and then... Ooh, welcome to colorful Colorado! Then I'll scroll up and we'll catch up on chat. Oh, did we have an ad break and I completely...
Finding new route.
No, we didn't. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Go straight on.
Okay. Let's catch up on chat real quick. Spawn says, back to South Carolina. Very nice. I would also have North Carolina up there, but I've never visited there. Which state is known for being quiet and friendly? Ooh, that is a good question, Dreamer. Choice 1 would be back home to Colorado, 2 is Washington State, and 3 would be Southern France. Ooh, yeah, Southern France is gorgeous. Spawn says somewhere near Myrtle Beach. Mama Bell says Washington, Alaska, or Maine. Can't give up mountains or the forests. Yes. Agreed. Ooh, and Alaska. I've been to Alaska. Alaska is really, really pretty. It's one of those, it's no big. They're probably gonna tell us, your truck's not in perfect condition. Yep, your truck is not in perfect technical state. Be more careful. We've still got 8 hours. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be good law-abiding citizens and then get back on the freeway.
Go straight on.
Alright. We are clear. Central Texas was good. Pennsylvania, because you're a history buff. And Louisiana. Visited there a couple of times. South Dakota and Kansas. Nice! Every time I visit Kishu in Pennsylvania, I am just amazed at how lush and green it is there. Here in the desert, we don't really get to see a whole lot of green. If we want to see green, we have to drive like 3 hours north to northern Arizona. Apologies to any motion sick. There we go. Oh, it rains half the week. You love visiting Louisiana to visit your aunt. That is so cool. I have a friend at church who's from Louisiana, and sometimes she'll go and visit her family out there, and it's really, really fun seeing her pictures from there. 2 cute doggos! What kind of doggos? I am hopeful to be able to adopt a doggo soon. And of course, as soon as I adopt said doggo, you guys will be among the first to see said doggo. Ooh, yeah, Florida is actually really, really fun. I've been there. And if you're looking, by the way, Dreamer, if you are looking for another Floridian to follow, Lotu. She is currently on maternity leave. In fact, I need to pray for Lotu because she is on maternity leave expecting baby number 2, and baby number 2 is due next month, and it's a little girl. Lord, right now I ask that you just be with Lotu. I ask that you let the delivery of little baby girl go smoothly. Let everything just go without a hitch, Lord. And I ask that you be with her as she's going through the Luminova applications for her stream team, Lord. That you give her and the team deciding wisdom as far as who should and shouldn't be part of the team. And I pray over Tie-Dye Chef Dave and his work, that you just be with him in that, Lord. Let it be going smoothly. And I ask that you just be with Hylian Hufflepuff and Sarah the Dreamer as well, Lord. And in your name I pray. Amen. You lived in Arkansas most of your life? You're not sure about the first one, but her name is Poppins. And there's some kind of a mix. Aww. Poppins is a smaller puppy, but Dobby is a Doberman mix. Nice. I will actually give her a shout out here. So that way you can give her a follow. She and her, so she is an Air Force veteran, and her husband is currently active duty, and they are stationed in Florida at the moment.
Keep left.
In fact, you know what? We're gonna pause this a second. There we go. There you go, Dreamer. That is my dear friend Lotu. And she is a fantastic, wholesome streamer. Love her to bits. And, oh, just love her. Love her, love her, love her. Oh, you don't like the humidity, Mama Belle? That's understandable. I remember at one point visiting Kishu in Pennsylvania, and it was July, and it was so humid that my glasses fogged over. And I was like, hey, Kishu, you're probably going to have to lead me to the car because I can't see a thing. You were in Florida while 7 months pregnant with your youngest. Oh, man. That is something that I cannot even imagine, is dealing with being pregnant while being in humidity and extreme heat. That must be so tiring and just exhausting. Of course I get a little distracted driving while taking a sip of water. Of course I do. Fall Guys has added ranked Fall Guys? Nice! Oh yeah, that after rain humidity is no joke. There we go. Going at the right speed.
Keep left.
This guy is coming up pretty fast. And that guy's being slow, Joe. He is being slow, Joe. Get off the road. There we go. Hey, West, how you doing?
Keep left.
Alright, the monsoon is past. Who tore down the ozone and how do I sue him, right? So true, Dreamer. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. I probably messed up that melody completely and was going in like multiple different keys, but I don't care. Give me just a second. Speaking of pups, you do have a Puppy Island game where you get to rescue different kinds of puppies. I love it! The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. I will catch up on chat here in just a minute. The only Hampton ad you know, or Ave you know, is in Denver, right? Well, then it's a good thing that we're driving through Denver at the moment. It is the one that you are thinking of, West. Heck yeah, you are. Because it's the route the GPS wanted me to take. I wonder what would have been a faster way from Amarillo.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
We were going from Amarillo, Texas.
Keep left.
There we go. I believe so. I believe so. I can't remember what the first road was I was on. Oh yeah, I'm getting on the 70 now. 70 West. I was on a different route. And then I hopped on the 25 when I got to New Mexico. And headed north, and now I'm on the 70. Ah, steamboat. Into the hills I go, I'll probably want to drop a gear. Yeah, probably. I'm just glad they're making room for me. Aw, you were just on this road for Thanksgiving? I love it! Went up to Breckenridge. That's so fun! Oh, here we go. I see signs for steamboat.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Whoa, sorry car. Here we go.
Exit right.
I went on vacation and all my good driving skills went out the window.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
There we go. Perfection. So, Spawn of Kratos, what is your favorite rescue dog that you got to take care of on that rescue puppy game? We are. I love all of these trees. Look at all those gorgeous trees. Over the pavement and through the woods to the tractor store we go. Ooh, the corgis and the huskies. My sister and brother-in-law want to adopt a corgi at some point. That is one of their dream goals, is to adopt a corgi. Mountain, wow! That was a very rough turn. Because all of the pups can be all kinds of colors, like black and white, spotted husky, or corgi, and the rest of the breeds. Nice! I've heard good things about corgis. My dream dog is a Yorkshire Terrier. Or a Chorky,
Keep
a
left.
Chihuahua Yorkie mix. That's what I want. But probably gotta wait until I am able to move out on my own. Your aunt had a Yorkshire Terrier? You think that's what he was? And he was so vocal when you went to visit her. Oh, yeah, that's those little dogs. They love, 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 love to bark. There we go. Let's slow down. Come on, slow down. Good night, dreamer. God bless, my friend. So good to see you. You get a good night's rest. Up through Ratten Pass, hang a left at Wallenberg on 160 to Alamosa. North on 17, merge onto 285. to Buena Vista, merge onto 24, all the way to I-70, exit off 131, all the way to Steamboat. Well, there we go. Oh no, we've got another switchback. All the crazy driving. Okay, not the cleanest turn, but cleaner than in the past. His name was Whiskey, but he was an old baby, but he was the sweetest. Aww. I believe it. I mean, look at this gorgeousness right here. Look at just how gorgeous that all is. That's one of my favorite things about this game, is just how beautiful all of the scenery is. And it all looks so real and true to it. Aw, you're only 4 hours from Steamboat. Nice! I love that. Ooh, next gas station, we've got to get some gas. I don't think we're gonna last just under 3 hours on that little bit of gas that we've got left. So do you get to go up to Steamboat pretty often? Sorry. You're the one who slowed down. I thought you were exiting faster than you were. Been there one time, don't care to go back? That makes sense. Sometimes you go somewhere just once and you're like, nope, not for me. And that's fine, that's valid. You know what I mean? When you see one ski resort town, you've seen them all, and the people are pretty stuck up and rude. Aww. You know, come to think of it, pretty sure that was why we were up in Steamboat. I think I must have been... I want to say I was just a baby, like maybe 1.5 years, 2 years old. Because I think that was the trip that my mom tells me about all the time. Where my aunt, technically one of my cousins, but she's enough older than me, I call her aunt, had like sprained or broken her ankle, but still wanted to go on the trip. And so she watched me while everybody else went skiing. And I was just about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years old at the time. I'm pretty sure that was that trip. There we go. There we go. The moose that you saw was a mom and a baby. The people scared them off. Oh, that's terrible. The poor babies. Those moose didn't do anything to them. Although one of my favorite moments on TikTok with the deer is that this one deer goes up to this lady's house in the middle of winter, starts trying to eat some of her shrubbery. And she gets on her Ring camera microphone and goes, excuse me, dear. Would you please, not do that? Would you please get off my property? And the deer kind of just backs up slowly for a minute, comes a little more forward, and she's like, nope, I need you to leave. And the moose or deer just leaves and walks away. A shrubbery. Yes! She had to buy a shrubbery. Dave, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Don't worry. I've kept all of your chocolate under lock and key here. Spawn and Queen have not had a single piece. I'm doing well. Just got back from vacation the other day. And so now just easing back into normal everyday life. What's vacation? I hear that. That was me for the longest time.
Go straight
I never felt like I could take vacation up until this job. And this current job that I have has been such a blessing. Such a blessing, because they've put such a high value on taking time when you need it, and on mental health. And I am so blessed by it. Hey Dave, I know I've said I have the chocolate under lock and key here. Do I have your permission to send some over and hand some over to Spawn? Because it is technically your chocolate, I'm just guarding it. Here you go, Spawn.
Go straight on.
There's your chocolate. Now, no telling Mom or Dad. Because I know it's late at night there. Yay! It's our little secret. Your little late night chocolate. Yes, you did. You did indeed, Dave. But this vacation, you guys, was so good. Oh, that is true. She could be here witnessing this. Uh-oh. Let's see. Unless she's, like, super deep lurk, I don't see her in chat. So far, so good. You did? Shenanigans time! Oh yeah! Oh good, we've got some gas coming up here. I can go ahead and grab some gas while we're here. Probably up at this next intersection.
Keep right, and then continue straight on.
Do what thing? Are we talking the I like those kinds of things?
Go straight on.
"39 times. Can't do the thing, you don't have a sword here. We might be able to make that happen. If you would like. If you would like. We just might be able to do something about that. I've gotta get some gas in my truck. Sounds good. I will definitely keep you posted.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
I love how passive aggressive this
Go straight
GPS is. It's like, oh, never mind.
Rerouting.
Like, you know,
When
I'm
possible,
trying to
make a
help
U-turn.
you. Here we go. Let's see how expensive it is this time. Because I waited way longer than I should have. Only $436. Ah, that pecan brittle. Oh, definitely gotta swipe that pecan brittle. Can't have all that pecan goodness cluttering up space in the teeth. Can't have any teeth breaking because of it. It's making you more nutty.
Turn left.
My grandma used to really, really like pecan brittle.
Turn left.
There, now the amount has hit just over $43,000. It's a good brand your store sells. It's not overly sweet and doesn't stick to your teeth. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. I am so glad to hear that because nothing worse than having stuff stuck in your teeth. That feeling of having something stuck in your teeth is probably up there amongst some of the worst feelings. Ooh, made in Comanche, Texas. We started our journey today in Amarillo, Texas. That's why you don't eat popcorn? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love popcorn with the movie theater butter. Movie theater butter. To me, it is not a movie at the movie theaters without popcorn. I am a gummy bear. I am a gummy bear. I'm a living, moving, dancing, grooving gummy bear. Oh yeah. At least I think that's... I know I definitely changed a few of the words there, but hopefully still... Whoa! Recognize bull... Oh, okay. Trying to not lose control of the truck. That was the worst driving I have ever done. That was definite. Whee! Also known as Donna trying not to crash. And going all kinds of directions so as to not crash into guard railing. Donna's roller coaster ride. Outcast! How's it going? Aw, I missed you guys.
Go straight on.
I had a total... Whoa! Good thing I've got red lights turned
Keep
off.
left, and then turn left.
The trees blocked my view. Or maybe it was just my camera angle,
Turn
but...
left.
You downloaded a bunch of mods that I'm gonna want to download. What mods are those? Right, definite. Whoops. Okay, camera. Unfortunately, as soon as we finish this drive, we are gonna have to wrap it up because I need to get up at 4:45 in the morning, and that always comes way too early. But I have had such a blast hanging out with you guys. There's one that gives 100 million a load. That is amazing.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
You'll be up at 4:45? So let's see. Your 4:45 would be 2:45 my time. So I will still be asleep. Hopefully. My brain last night would not... Like, it kept waking me up at multiple random times during the night. And I think it's just to me being like... Gate, what the heck? You're supposed to see me coming and open. You're supposed to see me coming and open. I didn't either. It blended in with the scenery.
It was a nice ride.
Yeah, we just crashed into the gate. But that was a nice ride. Alright, we're gonna snooze these ads. We're gonna play it safe. Confirmed. Proceed to the unloading area. My guess is we're gonna want to go this way. Are you kidding me? We're gonna skip parking. We're skipping parking. I went the wrong way. Oh, yay! Look at me, level 17! And got a good work. Made $5,060. Right? Who needs to park? Who needs to park? Ooh, okay. We'll go like that. And then we're gonna save on there. And then quit. Because we need to wrap it up. Alright, you guys. I have had such a blast hanging out with you guys and just figuring out different things on the game and wonderful, wonderful conversations. So blessed by each and every one of you. I absolutely love you guys. You guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you guys on Saturday. And until then, always remember that God loves you, and so do I. Bye! Thank you, Vocal Duck. So good to see you guys again. You guys too, take care.